Welcome back to my channel, guys. Really appreciate everyone who's starting to comment and follow and so forth. I think it's awesome to get a little bit of fresh content out there. Someone who's actually saying it how it is. Now, I've got a couple of subjects to touch on this morning. It might get a little bit rowdy, guys. I am sitting on Big Buddha Hill. The wind over there, I wanted to go to the lookout, but it was too much windy, and this is a main road going over the top, so you might get some sound effects of some Japanese machines, so to speak. Couple of subjects. Yesterday I got hounded on Facebook from a Indian fella, and he gave it to me about, I'm just warning you, the girls are going to rip you off, this, I'm only here to protect you and stuff like this. And the concept, he said, I've had 5 girls before in Thailand, and they're all the same, they're only after your money. Just tell her you got no money for a month and watch her, she'll move on. Well, I'm not going to mention his names because I'm a nice guy. I'm not going to do that to him. I did block him. I asked him for the start, control yourself, and I'm sorry for your bad experience. Are they all the same? Are Thai girls all the same? No, they're not. I think people need to wake up to themselves and stop having this brainwash illusion because Darren and Jimmy down the bar had 3 bad experiences, but guess where they were? They were at a bar. There's no better topic than this one here. Some people have had some really bad experiences in the West, some bad experiences in China, and so forth in the Philippines. No matter where you go, you're going to get good and bad. Everyone's got an opinion on this. I'm going to say this opinion sort of really briefly this morning, because I've been married 13 years this February, and it's been the best 13 years of my life. Whether I got lucky, karma, blessed, right place, right time, call it whatever you want to call it. It was no smooth road at the start. There was no smooth road. But also there was no demand for payments. Now this is the point I'm getting to. When you get involved with any person, if they say, oh, I need to take care of my baby in the village, alarm bells start to ring. Okay? It doesn't have to ring for long, but just ring it. If they turn around and go, oh, I've got to send at least this much money home, alarm bells start ringing. Don't put yourself in a situation where you're responsible for her expectations. And same in the West. If you start dating a girl in the western suburbs and she seems really lovely, but she's down on her luck, and she's got 3 kids, and she's got bills to pay, and you think, oh, I'm on a decent, good morning, you're on a decent income, okay, let's help her out. Same scenario, guys, same scenario, just different cultures and different people. If you go into Melbourne and someone's brother had a motorbike accident at the lights last night and he's got no insurance, and you help him out, no difference. You're starting to fall into the same category as people in all sorts of places in the world. I won't say it. So our Thais get a bad, yes, they do get a bad mark, because out of the 2% of 80 million people here, some of them will take you for a ride. And there's no difference, right? There's no difference. Because of this Indian guy had 5 bad experiences, yeah? Maybe those 5 girls had 5 bad experiences with foreigners too. No one thinks of the other side of it. No one understands the trauma that they could have gone through trying to find a decent guy. And that's the dead set truth about the whole factor. Same in the western suburbs in Sydney, or wherever in the world you are, or where you're watching this. They could have had a bad experience as well. And also it leads to situations where they've got no money to pay the bills, they've got finance problems, they need finance help, and some people are renowned to help, or prone to help, because you feel obligated to give the girl a leg up or help in life. Everyone goes through downfalls in life. These girls over here, you just think of the concept, right? They get to 16 or 18 or 20 years old and they think, okay, my friend dates a foreigner, she lives comfortably, I'll give it a go. And she finds one that's brand new to Thailand, and he's so excited to be here. And he goes past the bars and he sees all the beautiful, or she takes him to a go-go bar, and he goes home, and all he does is think about that go-go bar, you know. And sure, she dangled the meat in front of him or whatever, and next minute she's getting the bad end of the stick, all because he went to a go-go bar with her or Darren or somebody, you know. So you got to look at the other side of the things too. Or she's in a good relationship with a Thai man. Her friend, Thai girl, takes her to a go-go bar for some fun birthday party, and she sees this Thai girl working in the go-go bar making all this money. And she's got a Thai boyfriend at home, and he's got a nice job at the car dealers or whatever. And she starts thinking, well, I've got a nice body, I could do that too. So it works both ways. And I had this argument before about per population. My home, Australia's got 27 million people. Thailand's got over 80 million people. If you work out the per population in that industry, this is going to upset a few people. Per population, where I come from, between OnlyFans and this, you're probably going to find it's going to be a higher percentage at home who work in that industry. I know probably people are going to bark in the comments or whatever, but I'm pretty good with numbers. I didn't fail in numbers in my life, and if you work out 2% of 280 million and then you work out 2% of 26, 27, doesn't take a genius to work it out. Everyone's got a calculator on their phone. Give it a crack. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. But and then this guy said, this is another good topic, is only invest in Asia what you're willing to lose. Everyone's guilty who's got some sort of experience in Thailand or Asia. They've all heard this saying before. They've all said it probably, or they know of someone who said it. Only invest what you're willing to lose. And I got it again yesterday from a top follower, top fan on one of my Facebook pages. Anyway, and I do want to reply to him because he's a genuine, nice guy. And obviously, when someone comments that, I classify of how much experience you've got in Asia or what you put into Asia, and it's quite an interesting, because I'll get off the subject for a second. The girls over here can tell you the way you walk, the way you talk, the first 4 questions of where you're at in Asia, how long you've been there, how many trips, what do you got to. They're pretty clued up on the street lang, yeah. And as a foreigner, you should really pick up on that as well. When a girl asks you certain questions, when she asks you certain questions, you should be able to reply with certain answers that you've already programmed in your head to understand where she's at in her life, what she's asking you. Call it a big game, call it whatever. It's no difference to the West. If you go on Tinder, take her out for dinner, she's gonna pick her questions to suit her agenda, and you should be doing the same, 110%. But also, getting back to that question, only invest what you want to lose. Interesting topic, and it's a topic that I find really fascinating, because in Asia, if you invest, right, say you meet a nice girl and she takes you up to the village and you meet her family, and number 3 trip to see her, and her name's Far, and she's amazing, and she's got a little baby, and she sends a little bit of money home and whatever. And then you come up with a great idea that she's got a little bit of land there, or parents, and you build a house for her, and then you separate her for whatever reason, and then you bag her out on social media because she ripped you off 2 million baht because you built her a house and she doesn't want to be with you no more. What do you expect? What do you expect? What do you expect? You invested in something that was a prima donna. It was an illusion. You're caught up in the moment. If you did it properly, you can turn around and say, look, I'm not interested in purchasing anything until the relationship's solid and I want a marriage certificate and so forth. If I do want to invest in something, it will be a private deal with me buying a condo and you can stay in it. Or if you want to go even massive, I'll open a company up, a company name, and buy a property or 2 and put them in a company name, which is the foreigner can be the director of the company, and you can run them as a Airbnb or rent one out, and that can pay for your income and so forth. So there's heaps of protection here, and that company can stay in your name, foreigner name. You run it through the lawyer. You've got to pay tax on it per year on whatever money you make off it. You've got to declare it like an ABN back home, and you've got a constant income. And that company can be sold. You can sell that company with the properties in it as a package deal to another foreigner, and he can carry on making money off it. There is so much protection here, but you got to understand what you're doing, and don't get caught up in the short skirts and the bright lights and the beer at the bar. And I'm going to expose security, whether you listen to me or not. It doesn't worry me. I know I'm going to catch somebody and go, "Hi, that's a great idea," and you work it out. She'll work it out really quick when you explain to her what I just said. I'll buy a condo in my name, and you can stay there. That gives her accommodation. She can get a normal job at the restaurant down the road at 15,000 or 12,000 baht a month and live in your condo for free. Just be a good girl. She doesn't have to pay rent, right? And you can catch them out if they're legit or not, yeah? And that you can even say to her, you can stay in my condo until you can start paying your own condo off, and support her that way so she can build her portfolio, so to speak. And it'll catch her out straight away what she's chasing, and it'll work out. It'll give you a determination of what you're actually chasing as well. Do I want a girlfriend? Do I want to rent a girlfriend? Am I just playing with her? Or I've just walked out of a relationship over home, I don't really want a new one, and she wants more from me. If she wants more from you and you're not willing to give it, be honest. Be honest right at the start. Right at the start, man. I couldn't get any more honest in my marriage. I told her I'm not sure what I want, but I definitely want to be with you. I don't know how we're going to make it work, but if you can trust me, I'll promise you one thing. And I did. I promised her one thing. I will never let anyone hurt you. I don't know where we're going to go in the world. I don't know what country we're going to go exploring. I don't know how finances are going to go. But one thing I will promise you to my wife is you're safe with me. I promise I will never ever let anyone hurt you. And that promise kept. We've had a couple ups and downs before and so forth, and someone tried to hurt her, and I definitely sorted that out really quick. And I'm really protective over my wife because I made a promise. And that's a big thing for any relationship. If I didn't do nothing about it, I'd feel like I was a coward. And whether I got in trouble for a smack on the hand or whatever happened to me, it was definitely worth it. And she's like, "You got to promise me you're never going to do anything like that again." I'm like, no, I would never, but I can't promise. Because I can't promise her. If someone hurt my son, my little Gian, or my oldest boys, or my daughter in New Zealand or whatever, but Gian, he's only 8. He's so vulnerable and so naive to the world, and man, if someone hurt him, I guess I'll be eating a lot of porridge somewhere, or rice soup, wherever country I'm in. I hope it's not in Thailand. It's not very nice by the sounds of it. So if you're gonna go into a relationship with any Thai, and you got the approach of, or the attitude of, they're all the same, or you listen to someone who says that, maybe Thailand girls are not for you. If you message me and say, "Has my wife got a sister?" Thailand's not for you. If you message and say, "Can you help me find some true love over there?" Thailand's not for you. You've got to do the yards, man. You've got to be willing to put in maybe 10 trips here on a holiday until someone sparks your eyes, okay? And whatever you do, listen to what I'm saying. If she works in certain places, a veggie shop, a 7-Eleven, a bar, this, these are lower income earners, okay? I'm not being prejudiced, I'm just being completely honest, guys. There is some probably beautiful, there's some very pretty girls in there, okay? But if I had to go down this road from the outside again, like I'm talking to you guys, and you're single and you want to come here and do this, build this, I would be recommending to go for someone who's, sounds rude, but educated, with say a nursing degree, or she works at the hospital, or she works at an eye protection clinic, and she's got a degree to work there, or someone who's already achieved half her career or most of her career, and she's just wants to establish a life, and sometimes go for that 6 out of 10 girl. I did. I'll be honest. I did. I went for a 5 or 6 out of 10, but I could see a 10 out of 10 somewhere in there, and that smile. And I rebuilt her. I took her to Australia with a major acne problems, and this. Her face was really inflamed, and I'm sorry. I asked her about it, and she was quite embarrassed. And years ago, I had an acne problem on my back. I had a flare up, and Proactive. I tried. I splashed it on my back because I'm single, and it got rid of it. Yeah, and I said to my wife, "This will get rid of it." She goes, "No. I use this product." I'm like, "Well, it's not really working." And so I brought some back one trip, and I said, "Just try it." And it's the 3 bottle deals, you see them on TV. I said, "This one, yeah. Good luck. I'm going home." And I come back like 6 weeks later or whatever, and it was half cleared up. And I'm like, "Baby, what's going on?" She's like, "I don't want to tell you, but the first 3 days it was burning, and my face was going to fall off." I'm like, "Yeah, what happened then?" She goes, "And then it started getting better and dried out, and all the gunk come out and so forth." And she goes, "Got any more?" Well, 13 years later, she still uses it every day, well, a couple times a week now, and her face is sensational. The way she will explain it to you on camera, she's pretty awesome. If you follow my page, she's pretty cool. She'll tell you that she was the ugly duckling. My husband, I could never leave him because no one else wanted me when I was 19, 20, 21, when I looked like that, And it's funny because I could relate to her. I could relate to her in so many ways. When I was coming out of my childhood, I felt really ugly. I was the chubbier kid and so forth, and I was really chewed up inside, and I was confused about life and where we're at and what we're actually here for. And I never spoke to anyone about it. And then I tried to put this appearance on that everything's all good, nothing bothers me. I come from a very colourful, strong family. We weren't the richest, but we're definitely one of the stronger ones in the area, if you get my drift. So there was a lot of reputation there to uphold, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. So I left to like the other end of the country and rebuilt myself under Dale Linwood, not that. And well, to be honest, I'd seen a lot of things in that I didn't like it. So I left and built myself, and there's a lot of things I went through to get to where I am today. I'm 50 years old now, and I think I've lived a pretty dramatic life, and I think Asia has brought the best of me out. When I hit here, and I think it was early 2000s, early, I had a chip in my shoulder. My father just passed away. My family was different, and my kids are all teenagers then, and we're battling relationships with each other, and they wanted me to spend more time with them. I'm trying to find myself. I had nothing to offer them. I still lived out of a shoulder bag. There's so much to me then, and I had Asia, and I'm just training Muay Thai, and I just keep coming back. I just keep coming. It wasn't for the girls or the beer. I didn't drink alcohol, nothing then. I was anti it. And I'd go train in Muay Thai, and I'd just jog all night and jog all morning, and I was ripped to pieces, man. And more. Good morning. More I built this body. Sorry, mate. We've got a fan. Oh, that's hard case. Somebody was running fast and just seen me, and he's like, "Are you this guy? Are you this guy?" Yeah, man, I'm that guy. Oh, it's not that easy to be a celebrity in Thailand. It's you can't get no privacy. You're walking 7-Eleven and the whole place just looks at you like, I know that guy. Anyway, I'll just light this page up a little bit. Anyway, can you make a go of these Thai girls? 100%. Listen, watch and learn, guys. Listen, watch and learn. Listen to what they say. watch what they do, and learn from what they're saying and doing, and you can pick up a fantastic girl. You really can. Would I date another Thai? I don't know, but my wife did wake up this morning and she had a bad. She never dreams. Yeah, when she goes to sleep, she's tight. She goes to sleep. Yeah. So what do you dream about? Nothing. Just sleep. Yeah. This morning she woke up. I've got to go home and hit her up actually. She woke up this morning. She goes, "Oh, I had a dream that you had another girlfriend." I looked at her, and I was in a hurry to come out and do this video, and she's like. I didn't tell her. I asked her. I said, "Was the girl black, white? What colour was she? Because was it a nightmare or a big dream?" So I'm gonna go home and question her, and I'll let you know tomorrow. I'll let you know tomorrow what she was dreaming about. And but I hope this answers a few questions, man. I didn't want to bag out the West too much as far as people was commenting about only invest here what you're willing to lose. In the West, everyone knows the deal. You get into a relationship long enough, she's entitled. Married, you're in trouble, man. You're severely in trouble. I mentioned yesterday in one of my blogs about property pool in Australia. It's brutal. It's brutal. The man in Australia, as soon as he signs those marriage papers, you sign your life away. And that's no fact. And it's quite funny that even Western girls can comment on those people over there that are going to take advantage of you and so forth. But when you're married to a Western girl, she is going to, 9 times out of 10, maybe not all of them, because some of them are financially independent themselves, which is cool. I'm not disrespecting anyone, please, back there. But the way the free lawyer system's set up for the female and so forth, and there's a reason why there's so many prisons full of DVOs and domestic violences and stuff in Australia. They've got prisons full, and they're building prisons beside them to fill up more. And when the boys come out, I had a mate come out not long ago, and he won't obey. He said, "I will never do anything wrong, Dale. That was worse than a Thai prison." He said it was really brutal. And I said to the wife, "Why do they do that? Why are they doing that to the Aussie man? You know what my wife said? Control. He came out worshipping freedom that much that he'll never ever do anything wrong again. He didn't do much wrong. So are the authorities pulling the strings? 100%. There's a reason why they're just chocker. And this free lawyering system and food vouchers and accommodation and straight up $5,000 for separation. This, and if you press charges against your husband, they go and pick him up and lock him up no matter what. And he's got to pay for his own lawyer. So when you say only invest in Asia, what you're willing to lose, would I ever date another Western girl? Would I ever date a Western girl? No, I don't think so. Not in a Western country anyway, and probably not in an Asian country. As much as I think they're amazing and they've got skills and all that sort of stuff, and they might be fully well set up, there'll be a lot of lawyers and paperwork involved, because they get nasty. They get nasty just as much as the guys get nasty. No disrespect to the woman. So, do I think Asia's better set up for the Western man? If you know what you're doing and you listen to my page, boys, it's way set up better. And any of the girls who do find this page and come across me, they're going to be a bit snarly. I understand that, but you can have your 2 cents, because that's what your father taught you to do, and stand up for yourself. And you can give it to me if you want, but guess what, love? I am the first person who's telling it how it is, and it's the truth. It is the truth. Do white man, do foreigners get a better deal in Asia? Yes, they do. These girls, they are old school. They are the traditional values. You can work in subways and they'll still go home with you. And it's not because it's a pay system. They don't think of it as that. It's quite funny, because I said to a foreigner the other day, if I was working in subways, would a white girl want me? No. I've worked at some low-paying jobs 25, 30 years ago, and no one really wanted me, yeah. And then as soon as I established into a $100,000 mark, well, I was getting a little bit of attention. And it wasn't until my initial Thailand trips, and I was starting to get 130, 150 grand a year making high rises and stuff like this, that's when the volume, and I bought a nice BMW and a nice motorbike, and that's when the girls started rocking up, So pre-adjusting to what people's assets are in the West? 100%. Stereotyped? Yes. Asia, I could come here literally with a shoulder bag and find a legit girlfriend probably within a few weeks or a month, and I could stay at her house, and I could stay here on a low income and be happily ever after with her. That's how cool this place is. Just don't go to the bars and don't go and socialise with the lower income people. Say hi and be polite, like you see when people come past here. They recognise me, or the cars and stuff like that. And the Thais love what I'm doing. I'm exposing the truth of how genuine and how beautiful they are, and they are. Like you get the odd person who's different, but it's such a beautiful place, and I can't specify it enough. There's 100,000 reasons why I could tell you Thailand's the best country in the world, and that's how I feel. God bless you guys. Thanks for watching to the end. I'll bring my wife in tomorrow or the next day, and we'll probably flick out some paperwork on yellow books, red books, blue books. I don't know what is a red book, but a blue book. Blue book's for a condominium, yellow book's for the property deeds. I'm on the family book. I'll bring out the Cora 22, all the licenses and everything that I've got. I've got a massive big folder, probably bigger than anyone in Thailand, and it's cost me a packet, but it's all supported content to this channel. Anyway, love yous, take care, thanks guys.